I never believed in ghost stories, not until that day. Now I know for a fact, our loved ones never truly leave us. They just switch to silent watch mode. I was 22, a young father, a husband, and perpetually exhausted. My dad, Henry, had passed away a year prior. Cancer is a heartless thief. In his final months, he couldn't even walk. And my wife and I cared for him in our small suburban home. His voice, gravelly, with a distinct southern drawl, was something I could recognize in a crowded stadium. It was a brutal winter morning. My wife left for work early, and I, stumbling through a fog of sleep, locked the door behind her. A freezing draft cut through the hallway. The house felt so cold that I made a split-second tired decision. I'd warm up the kitchen. I walked in, turned the dials on the stove, and lit 2 large burners. Just a few minutes, I muttered, dragging myself back to the warmth of the bedroom. Little Leo, my son, was suspiciously quiet in his crib, and I sank back into a deep, honey-thick slumber. I was right on the edge of sleep when it happened. Right in my ear, sharp and clear, came a voice. "Ethan." I bolted upright. My heart was thumping against my ribs. The voice was absolutely 100% my father's. The same pitch, the same cadence. I scanned the empty room. Nothing. Just an echo in my head, I told myself, pulling the duvet back up to my chin. But as soon as my eyes drifted shut, the voice returned. Louder this time, with that slight smirk he always had when I was messing around with the backyard grill. "Ethan, boy, what are you cooking in there, huh, Ethan?" A cold sweat broke out across my neck. In that heartbeat, I realized the house was deathly silent. No hum of the fridge, no wind, nothing. Then suddenly came Leo's sharp, terrified cry. I sprinted into the hallway. My son was standing by his bedroom door, tiny in his dinosaur pajamas, reaching for the handle. Then the smell hit me, the acrid, heavy stench of burning fabric. When I burst into the kitchen, the fire was already throwing a party. The curtains above the stove had turned into a pillar of flame. The edge of the sofa was melting, and the fire was starting to lick the rug. Everything happened in a blur. I scooped up Leo, grabbed our folder of documents, and threw ourselves out into the freezing air. Later, as the firefighters finished their work and we sat in a neighbor's car, watching the smoke clear, Leo tugged on my sleeve. "Daddy," he whispered, looking at the blackened windows of our home. "Did Grandpa Henry come to see you?" I felt the air leave my lungs. "Why do you ask, buddy?" "He came into my room," Leo said softly. "He told me Daddy was cooking, but the food was gonna burn. He told me to go wake you up." I looked up at the winter sky, and for the first time in a year, I didn't feel alone. Dad was still looking out for us. He didn't have legs to walk anymore, but he had a voice strong enough to punch through death itself.